Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be breaking down EURUSD and what has actually happened. Actually took my trade today, and yes, so I analyzed this and posted it into my Telegram group, link in the description box, right? So what we do have was, you see, we had this particular, so now you can see from here we actually had a little bit of, on other brokers you see this as actually you see it as a gap. Okay, you see this as a gap. So let's look at FXCM for instance, right? So let's look at FXCM. So EURUSD, I'm coming. Let's look at this. Let's look at EURUSD on FXCM data. So you can see on FXCM data, you see we have a serious gap, and the gap is pretty wide, right? So you can see we have from here to here is all wide, but that's why I like using forex.com, because forex.com actually gives you a clean chart. You know, like you don't get this kind of gappy charts and all this stuff. So yes, so with that I was able to identify that I had a break of structure, and always I look for my break of structures. They are very, very important to me. When I take a trend, I follow that trend, and I know that I have a break of structure, and the moment I get a break of structure of any direction, I quickly take note and I quickly switch my view on that particular pair. So that happened. This demand zone was actually filled by this particular area, hence anytime you see price breaking this particular demand zone, it's a break of structure for me, right? So now you can either, some people can either say from demand to supply, right? But in this case I take it as a break of structure, and after that I was now looking for price to really go back here and, you know, tap into this. But as price was going back, I don't know, it met a particular, I don't know, a breaker block or something, and it couldn't proceed, right? Yes, so it met a breaker block, right? So now let's look at this breaker block. So the breaker block that it met actually was pretty strong and did not allow it, let me take this off, did not pretty allow it to go. So after it met that, I saw this particular push into the breaker block on the 1 hour time frame. Then I switched myself back to the lower time frame to see what was happening. And on the lower time frame, you can see we have a very clear change of character right here. So after price changed its character at this moment, I knew that from here we're going to either have a tap into this particular demand area before strip to the downside. But I woke up the next morning, saw that there was a break, but still there was liquidity lying below here, and price was kind of accumulating, right? So I kind of, you know, let it slide, and so the next morning I just quickly analyzed this pair, went back to the 5 minute. I quickly went back to the 5 minute and had this been drawn, right? So after I had this been drawn, and I just saw another break of structure, which also gave me chalk, that is change of character, and I also took that as my second trade. So this was taken, and I was able to hit around 10%. That was early morning, but the trade was closed around evening, right? So I had 10.5 pips on this as stop loss, and my target was actually pretty cool, just a low margin. My target was around this area at the 15 minute approach, because I didn't want to be caught up in some kind of messy price action, right? So my target was pretty this place, it was pretty here, and I took another trade around this area. You know, after that we had a very clear break of structure from here, so that trade was being taken from this area, right? And I missed this, so I was like, let me also take this area. So it came back slowly. I was watching the market vigilantly, and I took it to this particular low. So let me just let you see this. And with all this, prices was pretty cool, you know, everything was pretty smooth, right? So, and after that, now I'm waiting for this particular trend to see how price is doing. The current time is actually 2 AM in my country, and as we are watching right now, I do see liquidity around this area, which is building liquidity, and I want to see price tap into this, and we see price sloping to this area. Probably we meet to this particular area, and we do see this to explode to the upside. Will this happen? I don't know. Just we are always waiting for reaction, not prediction. We don't predict. So you can see I have a lot of ways, and I have other ways. I have my demand levels too. This all have failed, so it can turn as a trend line liquidity. Probably price coming to me thinking it might tap into this. It's rather pass through and go and tap above this, do a stand, then come back down, giving us choke, and then we can be able to enter off of this, right? So this is what can happen. But at the moment we are currently looking at current price structure action. Let's not take our minds too far. So, and looking at what has happened to, I was looking at it as a break of structure on the 15-minute, but I can't see any break of structure there, so let me just remove it at once. So this is the setup I have for today, and I just wanted to share with you guys how I'm actually trading. Okay, I've been away for a while now, quite more than a month, and I'm back fully to trading, right? So but I will be going again. Okay, I'll be leaving again for another I think probably a month or less, and if things go well I might not be going anywhere, but if things doesn't I will be going back. So thank you all for the patience that you have been having, and I will see you in my next video. I hope to bring you good quality, and as time goes on I'll be improving on how I record my videos. I don't have good sound quality, and I would like to actually notice you guys, right? So I will be improving myself as time goes on. You know, things get better. You don't just you know, like you don't become better at once. And yes, so thank you guys for your patience, and see you in my next video.